Just being able to look at everything that I'm being fed from the world through that lens of Christ changes people's outlook on life, and it changed my outlook on life. Because like when I was in challenge, it was during COVID, and it was during like when we were getting everything coming in, like all the propaganda and everything coming in from the media. It was really hard to know what was true and what wasn't true. And like I know for you, like even in your classes right now, they're teaching like evolution, and they're teaching these very honestly counter God narratives, and it's hard to discern what is true and what's not true. And the skills that we learn in challenge with logic and with reasoning give us a foundation of and an essential understanding of how to take information and break it down and discern it and know whether that information is accurate or know whether it's not accurate. And then that coupled with the ability to do that through a biblical lens, gives us the ability to go through life knowing where God is and where God is not. So I would say that was a very important skill that I learned. The second most important skill is the ability to know how to learn. So many times in life, I've sat down having no idea how to do something, whether it's learning how to play golf or learning how to set up a website or learning how to start editing and posting on social media. No idea how to do these things. I've never done them, but I'm confident in the skills that I've learned that I can learn anything that I put my mind to. So I sit down and I'm like, okay, I want to learn how to golf. I'm going to watch YouTube videos. I'm going to look up the best way to swing. I'm going to look up how you swing your irons different from your driver. And then I'm going to practice, and I'm going to go to the range, and then I'm going to get better. And then I'm still not very good at golf, but I saw improvement. And it's a different level of confidence that you have when you know you can go into any situation and you can learn how to thrive in that situation. So whether that's a job, whether that's college, whether that is a family, whether that's marriage, whatever that is in life, you know that I don't know how to do this thing now, but through persistence, through effort, through practice, I can learn how to do this thing and I can become good at it. So I would say those are the two most important skills that challenge has taught me.
I think I absolutely agree with what Elliot was saying about those two skills. I think especially like he mentioned that the school that I'm in now, I'm in a public college right now, and they're teaching evolution. They're teaching from a secular worldview, and it is so opposing to what we learn in CC and to what we learn in church, and opposing to God. So the logical skills that I learned when I was in CC to identify what is true and what is false, because there can only be true and false. There can't be this truth and that truth and another truth. There's only true and false. So to be able to identify that and to know what they're teaching isn't right here, this isn't true, so maybe I should be questioning everything that they're teaching. Or maybe something else that they're teaching might not be true as well, that quite frankly, I haven't seen taught in public schools at all. It's not something that is a common thing that they want you to do to be able to identify truth from falsehood. So I think that is an absolutely huge part of CC. And like Elliot was saying, the biblical worldview of having your kids really surrounded by everything in CC is centered around Christ. So in the public school, you're going to have it centered around something else, because it can't be centered around Christ, because Christ is not allowed in the public school. And even in some private schools, they'll have a Bible class, but then all of the other classes are still like they would be in a public school, just with that one Bible class off to the side. So having this school that is embedded in Christ and on truth is just something that you can't find anywhere else. And I will be honest, I was not a good student when I was in CC. I was the kid who was misbehaving and I wasn't paying attention. But even through all of that, the perseverance and the learning curve that I hit, it was still able to benefit me so greatly going into the actual world and being able to apply all the things that I learned. So I'm so thankful for everything that I learned in CC when I was there.
Whether that is Jesus Christ or that is something else depends on what you choose. But when you're younger and when you're a kid, you don't have the ability to discern that choice. So where you put your kids Are you putting them in an environment that puts God, that makes Jesus Christ their God? Are you putting them in an environment that makes a social issue their God, or makes a political issue their God, or makes themselves their God, or makes their social activities their God? Because everybody has a God. And as you were saying that, I just thought about that, so I wanted to add that on there. But,
Yeah, it's good.